If you're looking for ways to enhance your work experience and add some spice and something new to it, then you definitely do not want to click out of this channel, because I have something amazing to share with you. If you'd love to move to Malaysia, then you need to stay tuned into this channel. Hello, welcome back to Nicole the Career Catalyst. I'm so excited to have you yet again in another video. My name is Nicole, for those that don't know me, and if you are a returning subscriber, you're my G. Come right in. I really do appreciate you sharing my content, commenting down below. I see all your comments. Sometimes I may not be able to respond to all of them, but I see you. So thank you so much. So as usual, I request you to please share the video, subscribe, and let's dive in. Welcome back again to the Conference Talk series. So this is a space where I get to share everything related to conferences. So if you're someone who is looking to add some, work experience to your resume, then this is the playlist for you to stay tuned at. And you can also check it over here, because I've shared quite a couple of conferences that are happening this year. You definitely want to check them out. So in today's video, I'm sharing with you another amazing conference that's being hosted by EcoChange. Now, EcoChange is a youth organization that supports anything related to youths and impacting the community through the Sustainable Development Goals. So this year, they're hosting a summit that's going to be happening in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, and this summit is called the Future Action Summit. So I'm going to walk you guys through it through the website so that you can see exactly how to apply for it. Yeah, let's dive in. This is the website for Future Action Summit, where young future leaders unite to learn, collaborate, innovate, and take actions on achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. So in total, they have over 600 plus global change ambassadors, which I also happen to be one of them. So I'm so excited and proud of that. So they're represented in over 81 plus countries. They have 14 plus global change chapters. 53,000 lives have been impacted by the different projects that they have done, and 1,300,000 plus participants have participated in their programs. So this is a little bit about their global community. So in case if you'd love to become an ambassador, then you can come and click over here so that you can apply for it. I'm not going to go into that because that's a video for another day. So you can come here, read about EcoChange, what they have done. So as I said, they connect youth-led chapters and global partners to advance the SDGs with a key focus on SDG 17, which is partnerships for the goals. So you can click over here if you want to become a partner or if you'd love to start a chapter with them. So now, one of the upcoming initiatives that they're having is the Future Action Summit, Countdown to 2030, which is going to be happening in Malaysia. So some of their change leaders, these are some of their change leaders. As you can see, we have a representative from Morocco, Ghana, Canada, Argentina, Nepal, and this is also their work, the different conferences that they have had and some of the activities, and their Global Advisory Council. So now let's go to what brought us to this website, which is none other than the Future Action Summit. So even if I scroll down here, I can still be able to apply now. Okay, so as you can see, this summit is going to be taking place in Malaysia on the 25th to 28th of April 2025. So about the summit, it's going to be a 3-day international summit dedicated to empowering and training young leaders from across the globe to accelerate progress towards the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. Scheduled to take place in the vibrant city of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, this global event brings together youth activists, changemakers, UN officials, social entrepreneurs, young political leaders, government representatives, policymakers, and SDG advocates worldwide. So if you remember the previous video that I made concerning how to write motivational letters, and I told you if you're applying for anything that has got United Nations in it, go ahead or do well to research about the SDGs. So as you can see, this summit is already related to the UN SDG goals, and there are over 17 of them. So you'll need to make sure that you're aligning the SDG goals together with your why or your reason for wanting to attend this summit as you apply. So the deadline for this summit is 8th March 2025. Keep that in mind. So who should attend the summit? So here, whether you're a student, volunteer, or professional passionate, or professional who's passionate about driving impact or eager to connect with like-minded visionaries, the Future Action Summit is your gateway to shaping a better tomorrow. So the key features of the summit: it's going to offer interactive activities, workshops, and expert-led sessions to inspire and empower youths. Participants will gain practical skills and engage in experiential learning to drive impactful initiatives aimed at achieving the SDG goals by 2030. The summit builds up the capacity of participants to start their careers in global organizations like the UN and INGOs. Through our expert-led professional training, attendees will be able to engage with global leaders, policymakers, and sustainability experts, gaining insights into effective strategies for community-driven impacts. So the event date, as I said earlier, it's happening on 25th to 28th of April 2025, and it's going to be happening in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And this is the email address for you to email them in case you have any questions. So now when we scroll down here, here's the eligibility criteria. So they're welcoming participants of all nationalities and backgrounds. Participants aged 16 and above. IELTS or TOEFL is required for the summit. Students, volunteers, recent graduates, as well as young and experienced professionals are encouraged to apply. Participants must be available to attend the summit from April 25th to 28th, 2025. Take note of that. So they have fully funded seats. Under this, they provide round-trip airfare, accommodation, meals, airport transfers, forum access, and event toolkit will be provided under the fully funded seats. And for the partial funded, they will provide accommodation, meals, airport transfers, forum access, and event toolkit, but they're not going to cover for you your airfare. And for self-funded seats, accommodation will be provided, meals, airport transfers, forum access, and event toolkit. So benefits of attending the summit: they're going to give 10 fully funded seats, 15 partially funded, and 100 self-funded seats. Accommodation and meals during the event will be provided, visa assistance through invitation letter, 24-hour global SDGs leadership certification by a US-based organization will be provided, 3-day SDGs leadership training, a vibrant cultural night, event toolkit, opportunity to become a global change ambassador or start a local eco-change chapter in your country, pathways to UN and INGO careers, participation certificates for all delegates, connect with global leaders, policymakers, and development experts. So the participation categories. Under the Future Action Summit provides 3 categories of funding to assist participants in covering event expenses with a nominal application fee of $16.50. So if you're to apply for fully funded or partial funded, you will need to pay this registration fee of $16.50. So at the end of the day, it also depends on your application. If your application is strong enough, then you may be selected for the fully funded, meaning all this will be covered for you. And if at all you don't end up scoring the fully funded seats, then you probably might get selected for partial funded. So that means all this will be covered for you apart from your flight ticket. Keep that in mind, guys. Okay. So as you can see here, they have written all fully funded and partially funded applicants will use the same application form for the summit and undergo the same selection process by our selection panel. Selection will be conducted fairly and solely based on the skills, experience, passion, and motivation expressed in your application essays. If you're not selected for a fully or partially funded slot, you can still be considered for the self-funded and forum access categories. So if you're to apply for self-funded, so remember self-funded is you wanting to fund yourself other than waiting to depend on their scholarship. So instead of paying $600, they have reduced it to $450. So meaning if you register for this, you're not going to go through a selection process for you to be selected for this, because it's like a guarantee, right? It's a confirmed slot. So in case if they end up conducting interviews, then the interviews will only be conducted for people who have applied either for the fully funded or partially funded seats. But if you choose to go for the self-funded seat, which means you have to pay the fee of $450, all this will still be provided for you. Then you will not need to go through any interview or selection panel. You'll automatically be given this seat. I hope that is clear, guys, because a lot of people keep asking me these questions, and yet all the information is clearly explained on the website. So I'm taking time to re-emphasize these points. Please, please, please follow all the information as per the website clearly. And then in case if you want to go for forum access, so forum access allows you access to the forum, meals during the event, Global SDGs Leadership Certification from the US-based organization, event toolkit, and opportunity to win the Future SDGs Champion Award. So the fee for this, instead of $400, is $200. So meaning if you go for forum access, then this fee covers for you the forum access fee. So meaning that you'll be able to access this forum access. You'll be able to attend this forum. However, you will still need to pay for the forum access. Forum access means that you're paying only to attend the summit. So that means you'll have access to all these opportunities or benefits that come under it, but you're not going to have accommodation provided for you and the flight tickets, as well as invitation letter for the visa, because you're only paying for the forum access. But if you want to be able to later on upgrade, because I believe there's also a possibility of you paying this amount, and then later on, if you want to upgrade to self-funded, you'll be able to top up at a later point. So meaning that there'll be the option for you to pay in installments. Okay, so the summit themes are SDGs, advocacy, youth empowerment for global goals, innovating for the future, and then they have Future SDGs Champion Awards. So the top 30 performers will be honored with the prestigious Future SDGs Champion Award, recognizing their impact and excellence during the summit. So objectives of the Future Action Summit are empowering youth leaders, promoting UN SDG goals, fostering global collaborations, encouraging cultural exchange, building capacity, recognizing excellence of youth, and creating career opportunities. These are some of their global mentors. You can check them out and read about them later on. And then they have the FAQs. So if you want to, read more about the FAQs, they are here. You can always go through them and read at your own time. So I hope that I've been able to explain to you exactly how this website works. So in case if you want to apply, let's say for the forum, fully funded or partial funded, then you're going to click over there. So it brings you to the form. Remember, it's the same form. So you don't have a separate form for partially funded or fully funded. They're all together. But it just depends on how good your application is. So if your application is strong enough, then you may be selected for fully funded. If it's not, then you may be selected for partially funded. So here you'll fill in your details, your name, gender, date of birth, email address, phone number, WhatsApp number, if any, from this phone number here, current location, LinkedIn link. If you're on LinkedIn, you can share that. nationality, your highest level of education completed, current institution or organization if applicable, field of study or profession. This will not affect the chances of selection. Please write your motivation letter or statement of purpose explaining why you wish to be considered for the Future Action Summit 2025, and you have only 500 words to explain that. So if you've not watched my video, please check out my video that I've created about writing an effective motivational letter. I've shared my blueprint, some of the tips that I've used that have helped me to win some of these opportunities in the past. So I'll leave the link to that video in the description box below so that you guys can check it out. And the other question is, what do you hope to achieve or learn from this summit? So here you've been given a brief of 200 words maximum. So ensure that you go through the Future Action Summit website to learn more about what this website is all about, and then you can use that, pick out a few pointers to help you craft a very good and compelling answer as to what you're going to learn from that summit and how you intend to bring it back to your community. And then, how did you hear about the Future Action Summit? So in case if you had it from a website somewhere or even social media channel, feel free, by the way, guys, to mention my name. Yeah. Because I'm an eco change ambassador for them. So if you mention this channel, that will definitely be a plus for you and for me. So yeah. And then you can also upload your recent passport size or JPEG or PNG format. And then this is the fee that you'll need to pay, $16.50. Okay, so this is where you'll enter your card details, and then once you're done with everything, you'll click on agree and send, and that will be it for the application. So I hope that all this information is clear. The application is straight to the point, everything is just there for you, easy peasy. So I wish you all the very, very best. In case if you need support on how to apply for these things or how to really answer these motivational letters or questions very well, then reach out to me on Instagram, or you can as well book my consultation call that I leave in the comments below. I believe you now have everything that it takes to apply for this amazing summit. So please, guys, go ahead and apply for it. And who knows, we probably might meet in Malaysia. Who knows? So yeah, and as I mentioned earlier, in case if you need support, maybe you're stuck on how to apply for some of these things or to write very effective applications, when it comes to crafting the motivational letters, please do check out this video of mine. And you can as well reach out to me on Instagram or book my consultation call in the description box, and I'll leave it in the comments below. So that was it, guys, for the video. I cannot wait to catch you in the next one. I'll see you and